I discovered my landlord is secretly renting out my Dubai apartment on Airbnb while I'm away. How do I stop this and claim damages? Well, this is a serious violation because basically this amounts to what's called a breach of trust, a breach of privacy, a potential sort of invasion of your obviously space, and then breach of confidentiality and so on and so forth, because this is your private space. Even though the premises perhaps belong to the landlord, as long as that as the landlord rents it out to you, that right to full and right to full privacy of the premises belongs to you. So the landlord, just because he is an owner of the property or he's listed on the title deed, does not have the right to enter your property while it's legally under your possession, i.e., under the contract. So that in of itself is a big offense, even if the landlord comes in without approval, without notification, while you're not in the house. But actually, to be renting it out to strangers, I mean, that's that's like a double whammy. So absolutely, there's a multiple sort of number of breaches or violations of the law that are happening. It's a breach of trust. It's a breach of privacy. It's a breach of confidentiality. And all around, it's an illegal behavior. So the best way to move forward is to report this to the police. Now, what evidence you have depends on how easy it will be to relay this to the police. But yeah, if this is something that happens regularly, it's not difficult to install CCTV and then use that kind of footage to present to the police that that's what's happening. You could also have perhaps other people, such as building security management, testify. But the best evidence, obviously, is some form of CCTV or some form of kind of written evidence, for example. And then with that, you file a case to the police, and then that, because it is a crime, then the police will prosecute this further. And if once you have a judgment against, or sort of verdict against your landlord, then you can use that verdict at the court to seek compensation for actual financial damages that you have incurred. Now, even without the verdict, you still have a case. And that is, you can file the case at RDC, which is the Rent Dispute Center, for compensation for loss of enjoyment of property. Because when you rent a property, you rent it on the premises on the assumption that you will have full enjoyment of the property, i.e. you have right to privacy. So if you can demonstrate to RDC, and that's where you could also show the CCTV or whatever other evidence you may have to show to the court that yes, while you are away, your property is being misused by the landlord, then that obviously amounts to a reduction in enjoyment of the premises, and therefore warrants a reduction in rent, if not free rent altogether. So it depends on the extent. So even without the criminal verdict, you will be able to seek compensation and I guess perhaps termination of the contract and reimbursement of rent and compensation, all three if you want.